Hey guys, and welcome to the next tutorial of ethical hacking and penetration testing via Kali Linux. So in this tutorial we will be taking a deep look in Metasploit. So in the previous tutorials I taught you exactly what Metapredator are and how Metasploit works and why MSF CLI was deprecated and Msfconsole was used instead for each and every other thing. So Msfconsole is most commonly used interface in Metasploit. Just to give you a brief introduction about my previous tutorial, and it has a very strong foundation for working with Metasploit in general. So let's start with the Msfconsole core commands and let's gather what information that we can get. So the first thing that I would like to teach you would be the back command, so that in case you are stuck anywhere, then you can, and if you want to go back, you can just type the back and it will take you back exactly where you were. So once you have finished working in the particular module, or if you selected the wrong module by mistake, you can issue the back command to move out of the current context. This, however, is not required. Just as you can in commercial routers, you can switch modules from within the other modules. As a reminder, variables will only carry over if they are set gradually. And after that we have the check command. So there are not many exploits that support it, but there is also a check option that will check to see if a target is vulnerable to a particular exploit instead of actually exploiting it. So I cannot go and run that right now because I have not yet executed any kind of payload, but we'll see that later on. After that we have the color option, so you can enable or disable if the output you can get through the Msfconsole, which will contain color. So I'll just type color and let's see color. Let me just check if I have never actually used it. Let's see, color true. Okay, let me check. Okay, I'll just go ahead and select it to false. And what is the other thing? Auto. Perfect, I'll set it to auto. So you can enable and disable this through the output through the Msfconsole that contains color. So after that we have the connect, and connect is a miniature netcat clone which is built into the Msfconsole. It supports SSL, proxies, pivoting, file sendings, and etc. So by issuing the connect command with an IP address and port number, you can connect to a remote host from within Msfconsole, the same as you would with the netcat or telnet. So I can just go ahead and type connect, and I can type this computer's IP address. Let me check exactly what it was. Okay, I need to run it as administrator, I believe. Okay, 192.168.236.131. So I'll just type 192.168.236. It was 131, I believe, right? Perfect, 131. So yep, so I need to go and specify the source port and the source address. I have already provided that, so I can just type -s. This is the source address. Port would be -p443, and okay, specify a host and port. I should be able to connect it without even specifying this. Let me check. Okay, perfect. This is how it works. So I'll just go ahead and cancel this because I don't want to actually go ahead and connect it to that machine, but this is how it looks like. You can see all the additional options by typing connect-h. After that we have the edit command. The edit command will edit the current module with visual or a text editor, and by default this will be open in the current module, that is vim. After that we have the MSF exploits, and the exit command will simply exit the Msfconsole. So the info command will provide detailed information about a particular module, including all options, targets, and other information. Be sure to read always the module description prior using it, as it may have undesired side effects as well. The info command also provides the information such as the author and licensing information, vulnerability references such as CVE or BID, etc. Any payload restrictions the module may have, such as, I'll just go ahead and show you info, and I can just type exploit Windows SMB / and let's say MS09 function index. Perfect, I'll hit enter. As you can see, these are the references, and it will give you the detailed information about your exploit. Okay, where did it go? Perfect. So these are the references. Okay, perfect. So this is a negotiate process ID function table. It's good. It was disclosed in 2009. That means it's quite old, and but still Windows is not anywhere new, so it will straight away go ahead and work. It will work in Vista, Service Pack 1 and Service Pack 2. That means it will also work in Windows 7. We have the R host, R port, and these are the ports. So you can just go ahead and check that into detail. So after that we have the IRB. So running the IRB command will drop you into a live Ruby interpreter shell where you can issue commands and create Metasploit scripts on the fly. This feature is very useful for understanding the internals of the framework. So you can just go and type IRB and it will open the interactive Ruby shell. I can just type Control C. Let me check back. Okay, okay, perfect. Perfect. After that we have the jobs module. So jobs are modules that are running in the background. The jobs command provides the ability to list and terminate jobs. So you can get more information by typing jobs-h. So we have the kill command, which I taught you previously, and the kill command will kill any jobs when supplied with the job ID, that is kill 1234, and 1234 is the job ID. After that we have the load command. That the load command loads a plugin from Metasploit's plugin directory. Arguments are passed as key equals to value on the shell, and let's say for example let the Metasploit start and I'll show you. I can go and load the pcap log if I have. So let me check if I have my previous session's pcap log available. Okay, so I'll just go and type load pcap log. Perfect, and I'll hit enter. Let's see what we get. As you can see, I have successfully loaded the plugin by using the load command. After that we have the load path. So the load path command will load a third part module tree for the path, so you can point Metasploit to your zero-day exploits, encoders or payloads. So I can just type load path and I can just type, let's say, slash home, and I can slash secret, or I can slash anything modules, something like that, where these is my final folder and these are the location where it is exactly. As of now I don't have anything, so I won't be loading any specific path. After that I also have the unload module, and conventionally the unload command unloads a previously loaded plugin and removes any extended command. So I'll just type unload pcap log. Perfect. After that we have the resource command. The resource command runs resource files that can be loaded through Msfconsole. Some attacks such as Metasploit, they use resource files to run a set of commands in karma.rc file to create an attack. Later on I will discuss how exactly outside of Karmasploit that can be useful, but I won't be actually running that. So I'll just go ahead and show you exactly resource karma. I believe that was again removed. Yep, karma was removed. So it was very buggy actually previous since a long time, so I believe they have removed that. Then we have the batch files, and batch files can greatly speed up testing and development times, as well as allow the user to automate many different tasks. Besides loading a batch file from within Msfconsole, they can also be parsed at startup using the -r flag. The simple example creates a batch file to display the Metasploit version at startup. So you can just type over here something like echo version, and you can just type version period rc. As of now I don't have the rc module loaded, but you can just go ahead and type that, or you can also type msfconsole -r version period rc. So through this you can go ahead and see the version of the Msfconsole that you are using. After that we have the route command. The route command in Metasploit allows you to route sockets through a session or COM, providing basic pivoting capabilities. To add a route, you pass the target subnet and the network mask followed by the session number. That's let's say for example you can just go and type route-h and it will give you the details about whether to add, remove, get, flush or print the subnet mask and the communicator SID. After that we have the search command. So search can go ahead and search specific modules. Let's for example I will use search UAC, that's user account control. So it will search all the payloads related with the user account control of Windows, that's UAC. So you can use these commands to go ahead and bypass the user account control. Let's say if you want to run some scripts with, that need administrator access, then you can go ahead and first bypass the UAC command, and then you can go ahead and access that. So in this way you can go ahead and do that. So search includes an extensive regular expression based search functionality. So if you have a general idea on what you're looking for, you can search it via the search option. And as you can see, we have these, and this is the best one that I would normally use. And though it is not the latest one, but it is the most used exploit, because you can always go ahead and pass the user account control. So the search function will locate this string within the module names, descriptions, references, wherever it gets. So note that naming convention for Metasploit modules uses underscores versus hyphens. So if you go and type by mistake any kind of let's say a hyphen instead of underscore, it will not work. So let's say I'll just go and type search, and I'll just type, let's say, user map. Okay, user map. So you don't need to go and type anything like a user map script, because it won't work. You need to use the underscore only, then it will work. So you can further define your searches by using the built-in keyword system. That is, you can just type help search, and it will help you in different ways as to how we can go and say search specific things. And to search using a descriptive name, you can simply use the name keyword, and you can just type such as, if you want to search something in the name, you can type search name, and you can type MySQL, and it will go and search anything and everything related to MySQL. So let it end. Perfect. So these are all the exploits related with the MySQL command. So that's how it looks like, and that would be it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'll be starting with the payloads and exploits, and that's it for the meter prompt. There are multiple other commands related in the Metasploit, but I don't think that are as much necessary as these things, so I only taught the important parts. So but still, you can go and check later on, and you can gather this information by searching the help command in the Msfconsole. So that's it for this tutorial. Next tutorial will be starting with the exploit and payloads chapter.